Hey there, gamers! I got myself a Sega CD. So, just like load up. As you see, it's a Model 2. I had a version 2 BIOS. There's a cool little BIOS music was playing. So this is going to be a video review of Masked Rider, or The Masked Rider, Kamen Rider ZO. Or you can simply just call it Kamen Rider ZO. Kamen Rider, for those who don't know, is a tokusatsu or special effects series that was created back in the 70s by the late great Shotaro Shinomori, creator of series like Saban 009, Kikaider, and many others. I think there might be a little loud, but oh well. Anyway, Kamen Rider was on TV. Like a number of television series were being made. It went from like the 70s to the late 80s, and about 1989, I believe, there was Kamen Rider Black RX. That was the last of the Showa era Kamen Riders. Black RX, actually, people might recognize as the show that was adapted by Saban into Masked Rider. You know, very Power Rangers-esque. Power Rangers taken from Super Sentai, so it's a slightly different creation. Same overall original creator, though. Anyway, in the 90s, there were no TV series for Kamen Rider. TV series didn't return until in the 2000s with Kamen Rider Kuga, and they're still doing them today, the Heisei Riders. But there were movies. There was Shin Kamen Rider ZO, and Kamen Rider J. Around the time when Kamen Rider ZO was made, a FMV game using that footage was then made for the Sega CD. And Sega released it in North America under their True Video label, which was like their FMV label. Pretty much what this is, it's very much, if you played the Power Rangers game on the Sega CD, it's very much like that. You're going to watch the footage, it prompts you to push a button, and you got to push it. If not, your health goes down. Yeah, so in a sense, what you're doing isn't really affecting what's going on what's happening on screen. But, unlike something like, let's get into actual gameplay, but unlike Power Rangers, this one at least, you know, it's not just random scenes put together. It's actually a story. So here's a demo of it playing right now.
Dad back yet?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he'll show up. See you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah. The voice actors for those kids made no attempt at hiding their voices or trying to sound like kids.
Do you like
Let me raise it one more time. There you go. The voice work, it was dubbed into English. No names were changed, though, from what I can tell. They all have the Japanese name, which is really cool. From what I can tell, it's not a bad dub. I mean, it's not a good dub by any means, but it is in no way like a dub that's going to make you want to rip your hair out, reach for the mute button, make your ears bleed. It's nothing like that. It's, at the very best, it's serviceable. So this is a demo. It's not really showing the gameplay, though. It's just showing the footage. So I'll push start. So, and you see, they do also score you, so you can also get a high score. And there's ZO himself, the Kamen Rider ZO. Anyway, so when you think about reviewing this, you have to think about like gameplay, and also in a sense, you have to think about story, because it is pretty much telling you the ZO story. Kamen Rider ZO itself is only about a 45-minute movie, from what I can tell. So we go to options really fast. You have easy, normal, hard. I'm gonna guess it's just meaning how much time they give you to do your button inputs, and you have up to 5 continues. We'll just stick with 3, so we'll press start. So you see, pretty much every single time you're playing, though, just about, you're either going to have your health meter on the right, and your opponent's health meter on the left. Unlike the Power Rangers one, where pretty much all you're pushing the buttons is you're just pushing the buttons to pretty much keep the footage going. So we'll just push start.
No, I don't.
In this case, like in this stage, it's very much like Power Rangers. It's not the best first impression. When you get to like other stages, though, where you're doing battles, if you actually defeat your opponent, if you get rid of your opponent's health really fast, you don't have to push any more buttons. It pretty much, in a sense, you want to keep getting all the button presses correct, so that way you get the enjoyment of playing the game of just watching the footage instead of having to pay attention to the buttons. So again, this uses, you know, up, down, left, right, A, B, and C. It tells you what button to push. So see, there's right again. Again, it's not much to the gameplay, so I guess a lot of people will go, oh, it's just another crappy FMV game. And honestly though, it's a pretty enjoyable, actually. I guess because just in general, Kamen Rider is pretty enjoyable. See how I'm getting it. It is pretty easy. Maybe if I went to hard, you know, they might give me less time. Right now, in normal, it seems like they give you maybe a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds to push each button. So now I gotta tap this button to fill up the meter. And once it's filled, I'm good. And I think that's the end of this stage, if I remember correctly. Oh, damn. See, I lose a lot of health for that, too. You lose a lot of health if you miss. They only give you maybe around 3, maybe 4, you know, miss it. 3 misses, and then the next one I think will kill you generally. Now, of course, the video footage itself has to rely upon the Genesis's ability to only render 64 colors on screen. So obviously the video footage is not the best. I believe ZO has been fan subbed actually, so if you could technically watch it with English subtitles. You know, in much better video quality. Anyway, this creature here is called Doras. It's pretty much going to be like one of the major villains throughout the entire. It's pretty much a major villain in the movie, and it's after this child who's the son of the scientist who made Doras. He's also this person that experimented on a human and made him into Kamen Rider ZO. Again, I can't really say too much about the game. The gameplay is pretty simple. I know a lot of people are probably going to go, it's a crappy FMV game. There's, you know, no real depth. It's the same thing all the time. But in honesty, I just really enjoyed this one. I mean, yeah, there was definitely better FMV games. But I think it's mainly just because I do enjoy Kamen Rider. I haven't really seen too much of it, but what I have seen, I have enjoyed.
Don't be jealous.
And you know, I guess it just comes off the fact that I enjoyed Power Rangers. I more than likely, if I remember correctly, I enjoyed VR Troopers. So, in a sense, I just enjoy Kamen Rider, and I think it's just an enjoyable game to me. I mean, I don't think it's expensive. It's not going to be an expensive game to buy. If you have a Sega CD and you enjoy like Kamen Rider or Power Rangers, I'd say give it a try. It's pretty enjoyable. So, here's a little difference. Like I said, the first stage was more like how the Power Rangers game was in Sega CD. This one, now, it's actually like a battle. So if I get rid of Doris' health really fast, I don't have to push buttons anymore, and I get to watch the entire scene. And so now I gotta tap. Once the meter's filled, you don't have to push anymore. And I think it's pretty much trying to say, like, B is your punch, I think C is your kick, A is like your guard. Ah, missed that one. I will say one more thing is, they give you a, there we go. So I'm doing badly now. So I'll just let myself die actually. So anyway, there is a little bit of replay value in this one though. I'll say that, in that early on, like actually after this battle, you get like a bit more of the story, and you actually get some choices as to where you want to go to like do investigation. They all end up leading to the same stage in the end anyway, but it's just nice because that means you'll never be able to see all the footage. Not even like in terms of death, but you never see all the footage in one playthrough. Yeah, no, game over. At the end of the game though, you do get some choices though, and there is a right and wrong choice. So you do the wrong choice, you have to continue. You know, you only get 1 life per continue, so it's kind of odd in that sense. Yeah, sure. So, like I said, there's a little bit of replay value in the use of that, like the choices you can go to early on. Again, it's not an amazing game. For an FMV game, though, it's very enjoyable. I mean, there are good FMV games out there, and this is one of them. So again, I'd say if you're a fan of Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, you know, go ahead and check it out.